What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for MicroStrategy Incorporated with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. Thank you guys very much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it greatly. So let's take a look at the MicroStrategy chart for today. Looks like we're dropping a good amount, and I'll go over the reasons why that is possibly occurring. Long-term trend is still intact. It's obviously up, and this is just a pullback in the grand scheme of things. The drop is just minor, and the pullback is still in play as of right now. But it looks like it could be coming to an end shortly, and we'll go over that in a second. So let's take a look at this daily chart. You see that price had a large impulse down right back over here from the 543 level all the way to the 340 level. So that's one large impulse. And then in between this impulse, after that was two legs up. So one leg up right here, second leg up. So that can mark the end of the correction up for another impulse down. So in between these two impulses is a correction. And if you drag that arrow over, this would be the next target at the 274 level, which is the gap fill attempt. So I keep on coming back to this downward target because it's still kind of in play. The bears are still trying to get there. You see that they tried right over here for 3 days, failed at the 370 level. The bulls rallied for 2 days, and now they're trying another time again today. So we'll see if this was successful or not. Price did break through this downward trend line right over here, so that's a good sign. But we're starting to get back below it, which is not a good sign for right now. But overall, it looks like the bears are on their second attempt. And generally, the second attempt is the last attempt. So we saw one leg down, correction, first attempt to reach the target, that failed. Now we're seeing the second attempt to reach the target. If this one fails, there's a good chance for a strong push up higher. This bullish trend line is a little bit more slanted. So it could be a little bit steeper. That fits pretty good right there. Or it could be a little bit more slanted. Either way, there's this bullish trend line still intact. There was a little breakout right here, but price got back above it. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we make another higher low. So for example, this was a low right over here, and then we made a higher low and another higher low. And then maybe the next one is a higher low. So this just could be a higher low for continuation higher. So we'll take a look at our hypothetical long trade and see how it's doing. So let's say the entry was right around the 413, 412 level. Looks like it is in the red as of right now. So we'll see how this turns out. But as of now, maybe price is just coming back to test this trend line breakout and then continue higher. A lot of lines and stuff on the chart. But just to simplify, focus on the trend lines and the measure move targets. So there was a measure move target to the upside. Since that was a 2 legs up in the past, this is all generally 1 leg now. Second leg up is right around the 470 level. We just saw the first attempt that failed, and we can still get the second attempt. And then for the bears, they're still trying to knock down the price towards that 270 level. This is all 1 leg down right here. This was the second leg down, and they're still trying to get to that 306 and then the gap fill at 270. So those are the two targets for the bears. They have tried multiple attempts. You can see this was the first attempt here that failed. This was the second attempt that failed, and this could be the final attempt. So I don't expect this to, lead to a large drop. I mean, it's definitely still in play, right? We can't ignore that. It is dropping right now, but it still looks like price is going to be probably bouncing off one of these trend lines, either this one right here or this downward one on the backside for support. So basically what I'm expecting is, let me clear up the drawings as much as I can. That's not necessary right now. We can erase the arrows. Let's erase the arrows. Let's just erase everything except the long trade. So let's say you entered at 412, targeting the 471, stop loss at 357 because you were looking for another measure move up, 1 leg up, second leg up, targeting right there. So you would get out for a 1-to-1 risk to reward or reward to risk. So it looks like we're coming to back test this trend line, maybe fill in this gap right here and then continue higher. So as long as price stays above this 370 level, I think it's still good. We can probably make another higher low. So this will be 1 leg down, correction, first attempt lower, second attempt lower, it fails and then continues higher. So something like that. So this could be a little bit premature, this trade. There might be, after this pullback comes to an end, it makes a higher low. That might be like the more higher probability one of occurring. but we'll see what happens. So overall, just it's still trading sideways for a while now. Bitcoin is barely pushing up. It's ready to break out sooner than later. It's just, uh, I would say, towards the final inning of this pullback. I don't think this is going to go on too long. I don't think it's going to carry on longer into next year. I think we're going to see some sort of bottom very shortly. So again, as long as we don't break this 370 level, I think there's a very good chance price will go higher quicker. But if we do break it, it's not the end of the world. Just expect lower prices. My furthest drop right now is 270. It can definitely go lower, but it's not looking likely as right now. And that's even if it gets there. The bears were struggling before, and they may struggle again. So we'll see what happens. But overall, that's all I see on the daily chart. We'll see what happens. Most likely today is going to close red. I don't expect it to reverse. I think it's going to continue a little bit lower, maybe towards the 380s, possibly even the 370s. Today and probably even tomorrow might be another red day. But overall, this is still just a pullback in a long-term uptrend, and most likely we will see higher prices. Looking at the weekly chart, long-term uptrend still intact. Measure move target is at the $1,500 level, between the $1,500 and $1,600 level. And then I have another target at right around that $4,000 level. That's a very long-term target. I don't think we might not get there this cycle. So let me show you guys that right now. This is all one large leg. I think it was this one right here. One large leg right there. Second leg up, and that's targeting right around the $4,500 level. Between the $4,000 and $4,500 level is the possible very long-term measurable target. So we'll see what happens. But as right now, MicroStrategy continues to pull back, letting that EMA catch up, a little bit overextended. But overall, very good looking. They hold about, I think it was 400,000 Bitcoin. So, I mean, obviously, Bitcoin is going to double or at least double in this bull cycle. I mean, I expect MicroStrategy to go up. I mean, I think the market would agree as well. So, fundamentally, I mean, it should continue moving up higher. But overall, just pulling back, not a harsh pullback at all. This is just a flag pattern waiting to break out. Today is a pullback. It could be the last drop that we see. Could be the last drop we see. Possibly another smaller one tomorrow. And as long as price can find support, staying above the 370s, I think we're going to see the trend resume higher very quickly. We're going to see a good breakout. Now, if it breaks the support levels, then obviously it's going to come back down to the 350s, and then the lower 300s, and possibly the mid 200s towards that 270 level. So that's all I have for MicroStrategy in the daily weekly charts. That's basically what's going on right now. Bears are still attempting to reach their targets. Keyword is attempt. The market does not move in guarantees. It moves in attempts. It does not move in certainties. So it's moving in attempts. So this is all one large leg right here. This was the start of the second leg, targeting, like I said before, the mid $200 level, mid to high $200 level. This was all just the first attempt by the bears that failed, and this is the second attempt. If the second attempt fails, generally you're going to see two attempts, and if it fails, we can see a strong reversal in the opposite direction, because obviously the macro trend is up. So that's all I have for MicroStrategy and daily weekly charts. If you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comments down below. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.